Welcome to Breakfast Central. On a Tuesday, we're back like we never left. Olive and Joe, I've got your back like bacteria. So it's good to be here. And we have a lot. I like me to shine now. We've got a lot in store for you today. Big things happening across the nation and of course around the world. Trust us to bring you the top stories and also dissect it for you like Salt Bay, a sprinkle of salt of humor here and there. So you've made a right decision this morning by tuning into News Central. So sit back, relax and enjoy the show.
Okay, finish then I'll answer that.
No, his career is...
He's not finished. The guy is doing well in Dubai.
No, his career went down.
He did not go any down. Finish first.
All right, anyway. No, I don't need to finish.
After Messi ignored him.
I'm here.
No, his career is not finished. He runs a thriving restaurant business in Dubai. Some people just are not about the social media clout. Yes, he was training for a while, doing like this. But he's doing well. The way we define his career is not about his popularity. Does he have a thriving business? Are people visiting his restaurant?
No, they said some of his restaurants filed in for bankruptcy. They closed a few branches.
It's different restaurants. Okay. You could read about it. It's online. And he had to shut them down because he wasn't doing well. A lot of people found him out. His food wasn't fantastic. Even some of the celebrities said, nah. So it was much more, they said he could have paid attention to the business by possibly even employing more people who knew how to do it, but it was more of the fame. Remember when he wanted to attend the Ballon d'Or and all of that, was trying to, because he had the celebrity fame.
Yeah, the World Cup finals.
He was focused more on that, but the business itself was not thriving. So all the monies he spent in putting the business together, everything went down. He filed for bankruptcy, and then, so maybe he has just one left.
Well, from what I'm seeing here, they say his brand is under strain. There's been some significant issues, but he has his restaurant in Turkey, I believe, in the U.S., Middle East. Anyway, South Bay is not the. It's
hard to merge celebrity success with reality. It's very hard.
I really can't wait for him to open a branch in Ogba so we can patronize him on a daily basis.
Salt bag.
Gold-plated steak.
But I can't believe that's what we're talking about. First of all, let's give kudos to the Nigerian Air Force. Yesterday, there were footages that were showing online that they are indeed attacking, bombing, and chasing all the insurgents. Yes, they shared, and they also put it out. It was Operation Hadin Kai and Fansan Yama. They were bombing the insurgents, particularly in Borno State as well. So all the hideouts, they were actually ensuring that they hit them hard.
I like how they choose names for their operations, and the Hadin Kai, the harder it is, the harder they're going for the insurgents. Because I remember when it was Crocodile Smile, they were still smiling with some of the terrorists. So now Crocodile is Hadin Kai.
but it's good. It's a great thing. It's a good thing to see. When I saw it yesterday, I said, if it took like he calls himself the world, I'm the world president. If it took the world president to speak up,
the positive out
and Nigerian leaders had to wake up. I don't know if you guys have noticed, I'm sure you guys have noticed, 2027 has suddenly slipped down.
Nobody's talking about it.
It's paused.
No, that's what I'm saying. It has come back.
I don't like they say top we 10. Need to be serious. We need to face governance.
Yes,
and the
like they say top 10. So
this
calm down.
Donald Trump tweets actually had positive effects. And yesterday, the shutdown in the United States is over. So they're going to pay workers. And then I said, I read comments online that now that the shutdown is over, Donald Trump will now have time to face Nigeria. Because people are reminding him every day. At POTUS,
I don't know why they're tagging him.
Yes, well, is the world president.
They're tagging him because ever since he picked particular interest in Nigeria, speaking about the killing of Christians in Nigeria, it feels like what Nigerians feel like is that the government has sat up much more than they've seen them sitting up.
So it's almost like I'm reporting you to principal.
Yes, class prefect to report, then class prefect to now come and be like,
I will tell my mommy for you.
Okay, my mommy.
Let's begin today's conversation with Australia. Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has unveiled a bold plan to restrict access to social media platforms for children under the age of 16, citing growing concerns about the impact of online content on young people's mental health, their safety, and their overall development. This new policy is set to take effect from January 2026, and it will introduce strict age verification systems in collaboration with major tech companies to ensure compliance. Now, this move aims to curb exposure to cyberbullying, explicit content, and addictive online algorithms that experts say are harming minors. The government is also considering penalties for platforms that fail to enforce these new rules, emphasizing that protecting children in the digital space has become a national security. So now let's talk about what banning children under the ages of 16 from social media can do. What do we currently have? And how can we guarantee that? Because the truth is, they would ask you, are you above the age of 16? Are you above? And just click yes. So what other stricter measures can be put in place? But first of all, to decide, are we applauding this move?
I support it 100%.
Okay.
Yes, because I mean, when I was growing up, anyway, there was no social media in my time. When I was 16, there was no social media, but it does help. I mean, for adults struggle to separate social media from real life, let alone children that are still developing, and you know, emotional. It could affect their emotional development. They're exposed to cyberbullying and things like that.
Okay,
so it's a good move.
You know, the line that allows the window for children influencers, which I hope that we can talk about. But let's take a look at the video announcement.
Exactly 1 month until our world-leading social media laws come into effect. This is about letting kids be kids. It's also about empowering parents to be able to have those discussions with their children.
We want children to have their childhood, and we want parents to have peace of mind. So this reform will not just change a law, it will change a generation.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So the question now is, how do we find that thin line? Because what we currently have in our generation are, there are families that have their children as influencers.
Celebrities.
And the children have already become like kid influencers, kid actors. So if you say the child is under 16 years, will I be, if I decide, for example, that my family content creation is how we feed, because we can't deny the fact that it's a job, right? And I want to, my daughter has fans, people like my daughter. I want to create an account for my daughter. She will not have access to that account until she's about 18. But I want to be able to manage it as a mother.
I think that should
Would
work.
I be allowed? Because that's what currently happens in most cases.
That will actually be allowed. I want to believe it will be allowed.
Yeah, because it's reasonable.
Yes, it's reasonable.
Because it's not your daughter that's
I'm not
controlling
exposing
it
my child directly.
And you are the, I think social media allows you to fill up if you are the guardian or the parent. There's a space for that. You feel that you're
children, they didn't act. They didn't care about the children then, and they don't care now. When they say they care, they're lying. This isn't about protecting children. It's about protecting those in power who abuse it. Okay, that's all we say. So there's a thin line between, I mean, government overreach and care. I mean, the overwhelming sentiments there shows that it's an overreach for government. And Trojan horse, they don't really trust it. Because you can't allow the government to interfere in everything.
Which is
the
what
responsibility
is with the parent. Because that's why I asked, what's different? I think that's what's obtainable now. I don't think that anybody's child runs their Instagram account. Maybe TikTok is where things are a bit fluid. But for Instagram, in families where they have children with the social media accounts, you will see their accounts run by mom or accounts run by parents.
Even pets. Some pets have social
pets
media.
have their
And you know what's very
with
interesting?
millions of followers.
I mean, when I see them, I'm always like,
you know what's even funny about those pet accounts? Then the mother of the pet, so let's say I have a dog and my dog's name is Packles, I'll now post on my page. Then I'll use Packles' page to comment and be like, oh, my beautiful mommy, you're so good. I'll then respond to Packles and say, thank you so much, my dear baby.
But is that normal?
It's so ridiculous.
Is that...
Like Lewis Hamilton's dog. I mean, his social media account he has more followers than 3 of us. And we're meant to be celebrity. I'm not.
Okay, let's go to the next story. The EFCC has declared former Bayelsa governor wanted over $14.8 million fraud. Now, this declaration, of course, was happened recently, and this is where we're talking about the former Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Timothy Silva. He was wanted in connection with the alleged misconversion of US $14.859 million.
Is that million or thousand? Or maybe, okay, yeah, it's million. It's million. It's million.
Yeah, tied to the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, NCDMB, investment in the Atlantic International Refinery and Petrochemical Limited. Now, while the warrant was issued on 6th of November 2025 by a federal high court in Lagos, it signals a strong anti-corruption stance, some would say. Past patterns raise questions about enforcement. So the question is, high-profile individuals before now who have been declared wanted, such as Benga's favorite friend, the White Lion, a.k.a. Yahya Bello. You know that there was the initial one of 80.2 billion in fraud, then later it was over 100 billion naira. Then there's a luxury real estate CEO, Tsujimoto, that was, his name was called over and over again. Then there's, I almost did the Tsujimoto, but I won't do that. There's the ex-River State officials. In fact, we can keep going on and on. Godwin Emefiele, the former CBN governor. And then there's associates of, well, you know what? Let's not start going into the details. And
yeah, so it's almost like they blow a fire and then nothing comes out of it. They make all this social media noise about people being wanted, and at the end of the day, you hardly get persecution or find any conclusion to their cases. But it would be nice to. We've had the spokesperson for EFCC on it, and they're doing things. So is this just a wanted poster? And what do you plan to do about the former governor of Bayelsa State? So it would be nice to see what Nigerians are saying about this development. Nigeria says, we put this one inside proper context. The EFCC, just wake up, decide they want to declare Timothy Silva wanted. Under Interpol law, you don't fit to get red notice for political or military offense like coup plotting. We don't even know officially why. No statement, no charge, just silence. Suddenly, EFCC don't drop case of $14.8 million dishonest conversion from NCDMB refinery funds. So Claire said this one are legal repackaging. They fit genuinely get financial allegations. Yes. But the timing suggests another layer. Something politically sensitive where they don't want call by name. The economic crime angle just make it easy to involve Interpol and foreign agencies without breaking Article 3 of Interpol Constitution. So interesting. Take an angle there. Uche says EFCC really typed this with confidence. I beg. We've seen this movie before, and I guess that's what Oliver's saying. You people declared Yahya Bello wanted. He changed jersey to APC, and suddenly the chase turned to a hide and seek with no seeker. Now it's Silva's turn until he defects too, right? EFCC be doing catch me if you can season by season. Very pathetic.
Well,
Wow.
The tragedy isn't just that corruption thrives, is that it's how it now has a political party. This party has turned defection into baptismal font, where alleged looters are washed clean and rebranded as party faithful. It becomes harder to trust any news headline about government agencies. I'm sure you know what he means there. And it may be more efficient for EFCC to list the government officials who are not wanted.
Oh,
Hey.
this is deep.
Shots fired. Allegedly, a few weeks back, there was an alleged coup plot of which former Minister of Petroleum name was lingering as a conspirator to the coup plot. And allegedly, his brother was arrested after his home was raided. A few weeks after, he's been declared wanted.
Laughs.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
It's very easy to look at the timeline. So for me, when I saw the story, I was looking at the timeline. And I think that last tweet broke the timeline down. First of all, no name mentioned. Later on, we hear, oh, there's a coup plot. Everyone is talking about the coup plot. Everybody's, how? Is it possible? It's not possible. Then you hear someone's home was raided. Who is the person? The name comes out, former Bayelsa State governor. Oh, okay. Why was his home raided? Oh, they find him. He speaks. Oh, I'm not in the country. But I wasn't there. I'm not aware. Another story comes up. Oh, he used the boat to follow and escape to leave the country. He comes back and says, no, I did not leave the country. Another story comes out. Oh, his brother was apprehended. Another story comes out. Oh, it's about money laundering. He was the chief financier of the coup plot. Another story comes out again. Oh, he's being looked for. And then the final story is here. Now we're using Interpol to get him. If you find him, it's a case of money laundering through diversion. Money that was supposed to be used for something. And Benga, if you do the conversion of that money in which he took, that's about in which he allegedly Let's use the word allegedly.
According to the
Yes,
EFCC.
according to the EFCC, because it's not proven. He has said he did not. So that money goes to about 21 trillion or so. Do you know what that money?
No,
can
not
do?
trillion.
14.9 million dollars.
Yeah, it can be trillion.
That's how much. That's about how much. Maybe
How did the conversion?
It will be
My calculation
billions
is
of
right.
naira.
About 21 or 22 or something billion naira in between.
Yes.
Now, do you know what that money can do as we speak now to the Nigerian economy? But then again, let's leave that aside. If you look at the timeline as well, there's something that Nigerians should also ask. Why is it that there has been no official statement, especially from the presidency? Why is it that when we had the cases of former political personalities, the EFCC has not gone back to give us update on these stories? And now Nigerians are saying, oh, you are bringing this one here. So there's a case of, aside from trust
Yeah, that's why
deficit,
people don't
there's
get
also worry
excited
of
when they
why are
see
you not
this sort of stories.
consistent with
Yeah.
ensuring that you hold these people and we see the end of each case. So what I see is a case of, we're just hobnobbing, we're jumping. Hey, how are you? Oh, you're arrested. Oh, okay. What is the end?
I think we should have the spokesperson of the EFCC join us on Breakfast
I tried to
Central.
do the 14 million, even my
recently.
calculator broke.
Okay.
I tried to multiply it
Oh,
by
it's only big, yeah. Let's go.
1,450. And my calculator broke. Anyway. Whatever the case
So
is.
billions would give you 9 zeros.
Yeah. the question is,
It's
at
a
the end
lot.
of the day, the skepticism that we see being expressed here is not one that is new to Nigerians, because when often we hear about high-profile cases and investigations, it just is swept under the carpet, the proverbial carpet that never really gets lifted up for proper sprinkling it. But it feels like this might just be one of such. We do hope that the EFCC recognizes that again and again, their name and their reputation is held to account when they make these announcements. And much more than the media trial, what people hope and expect is that they've done a thorough job doing the investigation such that when an arrest is being made, they have enough to pin the person down, they're able to take the person to court to have their day in court, and they have done enough investigation to be able to pin the person down as opposed to a social media public display. Nigerians really don't care about social media display. Now let's move to our third story. Our superstar, Alex Iwobi, is in...
That's Benga's best player, by the way.
Sorry?
That's Benga's best player.
Nah,
Yes.
I don't support Fulham. I support Newcastle United.
But,
Yes,
but
I-
you like Alex Iwobi. He's a very fantastic player.
He
I
is
like
a-
his uncle. His uncle is one of the
I am
greatest,
dead
if not the
love,
greatest, Nigerian footballer ever for me.
Yeah, I agree with you. The best.
I like him. I like him because he's making us proud. I like him because he's related to the Iwobi family. In some way. Anyway,
I also
move,
like his hairstyle.
let's move away from. He's a talented footballer.
He is.
He has sparked a wave of reactions after sharing a video from his hotel window during the Super Eagles camp in Morocco, giving fans a glimpse of the team's accommodation. While some supporters expressed curiosity and excitement, others raised concerns about privacy and the appropriateness of broadcasting the surroundings. And this was my exact thought. The Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, clarified that the video posted by Iwobi was taken from his personal hotel window and emphasized that there was no breach of team protocol or security. They also highlighted that all the team arrangements comply with the safety standards, urging fans to respect the players' privacy while reiterating the Federation's commitment to transparency and communications. The incident has ignited conversations online about the players' conduct, fan expectations, and the balance between engagement and discretion during international camps. So, the initial video you saw,
Of how monies would disappear in the NFF up until today. There was a
It's
big
almost
case
like a
of
cesspool
where's the
of
money?
corruption.
Oh my goodness. The jersey deals, you never hear how much is always in. The players don't get the jerseys. The payment of players after they've played these issues have continued from time immemorial. And then you keep wondering, why is it still coming up?
So now this one, the NFF not doing
No.
No,
It's a good hotel. So the only thing is people are interpreting Alexis'
I'm not letting the NFF go. I've not
yeah,
absorbed
hold them by
them.
the
You
jugular.
You've spoken for yourself.
In
Let
this
me now speak
particular
for my.
instance,
In
what
this
did they do?
particular
Hold them.
instance,
Hold them.
go and watch or look at the review of the Reef Hotel on Google.
Yeah.
You know, people complain of mosquito bite, that services are terrible. The NFF needs to look at some of those things before putting... These are players, are very valuable. Their clubs pay millions of dollars and pounds for them to be able to perform at that level. and they deserve better. Why would you put them in a 2.5 star or 1.5 star hotel? I wish we could look at the reviews of the hotel.
You know what? Let's see what the
reviews don't lie.
Yeah,
he says
it's
3.5 star. We cannot stay in the hotel.
Is it 3.5? It's not.
We stayed in a hotel in Abuja when we went for a Nigeria Economic Summit. If they put us in this type of hotel, we will reject it. We won't have been able to perform the way we were performing with Joe.
Guys,
let's look at what Nigerians
quickly because of time. Kemji says a football match isn't just about the 90 minutes on the pitch.
Exactly.
Things like transportation to games and accommodation also matters a lot, but the NFF don't care. I know for a fact that Morocco has better to offer at very affordable rates, and I must say, yes, they do. Onyechi Obaro, who's our sports, in-house sports
she was in Morocco.
there, and she'll tell you the truth that they do. Calm down, boss. I don't rate NFF, but renting a hotel is a responsibility that lies on CAF and Morocco FA. That's another one, okay? Morocco opened a stadium to host you. Your corrupted federation chose this 4-star hotel. Don't blame Morocco. This isn't AFCON yet. Pay more if you want 5
that's
stars.
That's a Moroccan.
That's a Moroccan, yes.
Yeah, if you want to stay, you can't pay money for a low-budget hotel and you want Shangri-La and Four Seasons standard.
Red Rose, if you read how much an NFF budgeted for that accommodation, you will yell. The players have the right to reject it if they feel it's far below standard. They shouldn't keep silent, make another arrangement. That's what Red Rose says. And Joe. Next, please.
Why is his name Joe?
Next.
That's a worst.
That's the problem, and thank God my name is Jonathan. Short form Joe. No hostel or hotel.
Now hostel or hotel.
Now hostel or hotel. The hotel view being the reminder, say the route to this World Cup, no pretty.
Wow.
You know,
I agree.
why didn't they qualify in the first place?
But
because we won't be in all this. Why must they go through the long route of playoffs and it will be, look, we should focus on winning the game, not hotel. You went there to play football.
No, I don't agree with that, because again, the hotel is also a part of how, it puts you in a mental state.
True.
When I go on holiday, I'm very particular about the hotels that
You're right. I was just
because after walking around, I want to come back to somewhere that I can. I love in the space. Right. Even in my house, I only use white bed sheets because I like to deceive my brain that I'm in a hotel.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's very important for maybe.
That uses black bed sheet.
Joe, I was thinking maybe they should take at least $10,000 out of the $100,000 of Falcons and use it so we can qualify.
People should leave our Falcons alone. Let's move to our next story.
Hopefully before next year.
Let's go to top story.
Actually,
because of time.
Okay, let's go to our top story. Let's share with you what the top stories are this morning.
No, we have to take this.
You want to take this story?
Yes, we have to take it because, yes. So yesterday we saw this video making the rounds on social media, and we thought, perhaps it was. I mean, you could see the Honourable Minister of Foreign Affairs there, Minister Yusuf Tuga, high-powered delegations, the acting High Commissioner of Nigeria to the United Kingdom, and so many top Nigerian officials. You would think, okay, this delegation has finally made its way to the United States to interface between the Nigerian government and the United States government because of its CPC designation. But little did I know that, no, it wasn't the case. They were in London to plead the case of Ike Ekweremadu and his wife, the former Deputy Senate President, who was charged with conspiracy to facilitate organ trafficking in the United Kingdom and is being convicted. So I wonder why the use of taxpayers' money, the energy, coming at a time when we've been designated as a country of particular concern, you're using all your diplomatic muscle to try to influence a decision that has been made by an independent country's justice system. I mean, this is quite shocking, and I really can't believe it.
They said they went there to understand that human rights is upheld. They also want to ensure that...
they are telling UK?
Yes.
Okay.
And you know what baffles me the most? I think as a country, we need not say much, but I think we've lived a little bit longer in years in terms of... I'm young compared to some who are older or watching us now, but I think we have to be careful when it comes to the kind of stories we throw out there in public. and this comes from, this is an advice to the federal government, because it also applies to companies. I mean, let's just look, I keep saying if Nigeria was a company, Nigeria were to be a company, imagine you've not paid your staff salary, and then you now announce, oh, the MD has bought a new Volkswagen. How would the staff feel? You are owing a salary for 3 months.
Priorities.
Use that same analogy. We have been designated as a country of, particular concern. We're battling cases of insecurity.
We don't have
They're adding
ambassadors.
There's
$11.
tax reforms. Nigerians are crying in terms of
$11.50.
$11 and so on. Then you now bring out this story, and then the way you glamorize it, you picture it. But I now agree with one thing, and I think we as journalists too should agree within ourselves that sometimes it's very easy for those in power to shift narratives by bringing new stories. And that's what's going to, that's what I see here. Just bring a new story, switch the narrative a bit so Nigerians can...
I don't think it's deliberate. It's just... it's just the way they are. And it shows no regards for Nigerians, for them to do this at this point in our nation on taxpayers' funds.
Wasn't the minister supposed to go to America?
No.
Why did the presidency rush so quickly after Trump's video on Tuesday? Boala.
But you would think that
SSA came out and said Tuesday, the president is flying on Tuesday. That's a lie.
Speaking for the presidency.
That's a lie. He wasn't going anywhere.
So where did you get the information from?
So
At that level, that's a senior special advisor. And it puts the presidency in a bad light. And it shows that their communication strategy is not uniform.
Bottom line, let's I mean, we understand that we're trying to manage the entire situation, but let's also be careful the kind of information that's being pushed out so that people don't get a wrong narrative. Some of the issues or the backlashes that the federal government is getting, it's not coming from people who have a wrong motive. It's just the fact that they are being fed with what they see as, oh, this is wrong, this shouldn't be done in this way, and they have the right to speak out.
Well, I guess the next few days we'll find out how things turn out with the Senator Ekweremadu's case. Maurice Chukwuemeka on YouTube says, same pattern over and over again from the EFCC. Yahaya Bello is still walking free, attending functions. Drop your comments on YouTube. I will take your comments during the show. Let's now share what our headlines this morning are on Breakfast Central.